Mics are like me.
God damn it, Timmer. You son of a bitch. You ruined the opening. Every time I'm like, guys, mics are going hot. And then everyone just talks. Like, fuck it, I guess. Guys, we are live with the murderers. The crew, the killers of old women and children, I suppose.
Not yet. No children yet.
No, one of you.
Alright, maybe one child.
One of you.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. We did not get blamed for what Revik did before he joined us. That's not fair.
I'm basically not even Revik
Look,
anymore.
your name's only as good as the company you keep, JC. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
he's Timmer. No longer Revik. He's not even red anymore.
Well, guys, how are you? Quickly, let's go through our AFK players. Thatch, who's being played by Shadow, and Paradigm, who's being played by Alden, aren't going to be here today. They both have... I don't have a joke prepared, I'm not going to lie. They're both in love and have eloped. How about that?
They didn't bring us either.
True. They're going to a wedding, I think. Sever, who's being played by Brood. How are you doing, my mans?
Bad. Oh, hey, tomorrow's Halloween. Let's get excited, guys.
Yeah, tomorrow's Halloween.
Not really.
Where's your outfit?
I don't have one.
Is Halloween on the 30th or the 31st?
31st.
Ah, okay.
I'm visiting my niece. My niece was born on Halloween, so every Halloween is just celebrating her birthday. And
my
so
twin nephews were born on Halloween. When did this happen?
Yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Don't look 8 months back and just try. Don't try and like. Anyway.
Okay, cool. Coraline, who's being played by JC. How are you?
Valentine's Day.
Doing pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Nothing else? You
anything
don't want to add anything? Okay. Temmer, who's being played by Antoine, who's being played by Temmer. How are you doing, bud?
As good as ever, you know. Busy as ever. I mean, life is life. I'm glad to play games now, actually.
Life is life. Guys.
Nah.
Who was absent last session? Because they owe us a recap. Was anyone?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He was there to guilt trip you and refuse your money. Your
That's
blood
right.
money.
Oh.
So, who would
nobody
like
was
to
absent.
do the recap today? I'm pretty sure Temmer got the last one.
I'll get it. So there were vampire shenanigans, then we went back to Tolls, and now we're ready to go on our next adventure.
Okay.
Good job. That's pretty apt. I love it.
That was probably my favorite summation thus far in all of the campaigns. 90 or so episodes now, guys, and that one was the winner.
You
guys,
like it because it was short, you know? You like it because it was at the right amount of
true.
size, you know?
Antoine, it is the 25th of May. What are you doing?
Well, I just heard my father has picked up shop and decided to go to a place to the south of Tulsa at the Cape of Fear. Was it Cape Fear or the Terrors? No, the
Heights of
Terrors.
Terror. Yes. Who doesn't like the
and-
Heights of Terror? It's so beautiful this time of year.
But it is. Well, it fills me with conflicting emotions. One, kind of like, the hell with this person, as I always feel. And two is like, obligations to make sure they're not dead at this moment. So it's...
Yeah.
So immediately I think to my father, and I say like, "Are you alive?" That's it, and I send that message. to
Oh,
Cindy.
you are casting a
I'll put
spell via sending.
And I'll put that. Yeah,
I did not realize.
I will put that in chat.
Ooh.
There we go. Those basically 3 words. Are you alive?
You alive?
No.
You get a single word response. Yeah.
All right.
Coraline, you got anything cool for us you want to do? Because I'm saving Sever for the day or the night you're about to take off. Onto the oh my fucking god.
Yes. Actually, I do have something I'd like to do.
Holy
want to-
shit!
Trevor showed me the voice modulator.
Oh my fucking goodness.
Oh. There we go. How's it sound? Weird?
A little squeaky, yeah, a little weird.
Yeah.
This is fine.
I'll get rid of it.
Oh no! It was fine. It was fine.
He liked it.
Yeah, so Coraline's going to she's going to dip into the party funds to buy a double wide, extra long iron clawfoot tub.
Okay.
And then bring it to the bank where we stole our where we put all our money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming we have enough to have our own little vault somewhere.
No, you do not.
Oh, can we pay extra to have our own little vault somewhere?
No, you cannot.
Oh,
You're gonna need an actual place for you to swim in your money.
would they let me swim in the money in the vault?
No, they will not.
Okay, is there a bank in Toll? Okay, first I will look for a bank in Tulsa which will give us our own little private vault.
You're looking for a small-time bank?
No, just like a bank that has like extra large safety deposit boxes that are just big enough for a double wide iron clawfoot tub.
You do not have the reputation necessary, nor the business history, to precipitate that. No one in their right mind is gonna let someone they don't know in throw a bunch of money into one of their vaults and then be like, oh yeah, you can totally swim in this if you want. Fuck it. Like, oh yeah, we have that service.
No, I want to swim in our money.
Yeah, I know. I know you want to swim in your money.
I just need a vault to hold the tub, which is going to hold the money, and preferably have a door that I can close for privacy while I go swimming.
No such service
money.
exists in a proper business world, Coraline. But
Well,
I
this is
appreciate the effort.
disappointing.
John,
In that case,
for the sake of argument, we needed a chest in order to carry all this gold to
Yes.
Nevertor's arsenal, right?
Wait, you
So-
are?
Wouldn't we if we wanted to go buy stuff from there, right? So what is the difference between a chest and a bathtub?
A lid, for the most part.
and a lock.
Fair enough. Hey, I was fighting for you. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Continue on.
All right. If that's out, then Coraline will go see the arms guy. The one where we dropped off our greatsword so he could deconstruct it to see if he could make more.
Oh, Arvo. Have you ever
Arvo,
talked
yeah.
with Arvo before?
I know Thatch has a few times.
Indeed.
I don't think Coraline has specifically.
Is this a secret side mission, or are you bringing somebody with you?
No, it's not secret at all. I just want to see what he thinks of the dagger and if he could copy it.
Oh. Okay. You go to Arvo. Arvo is
Havoc.
who you go to.
Seva, you should come with me. Maybe he can do the same for your sword.
No. Well, he definitely told me that it wouldn't work, but I'll go with you. Yeah, sure, why not?
I'll hide.
Yeah, I handed him a few gemstones, his apprentice a few gemstones to see if they could work as a magic foci or something, so... Sorry, I had something in my throat. How are you?
These were tiny little worthless gems, yes? Not big honking 1,000 gold piece gems that you gave away?
They were probably at least 1,000 gold pieces, but
Oh my god.
There's like 6 of them. Like they were arranged in a geometric pattern. Very pretty.
And you just get. He's just a frog. Just a frog. And Carlene does some breathing exercises.
You do some breathing exercises.
Sever is actually very impressed that Coraline is taking some self-help, and she's like calming herself down. That's good. That's good. This will help prevent you from murdering people in the future.
It's much easier if you do not talk while I do this.
You guys go to Arvo, or really his room where all of his dudes sort of sit, hang out, and artificize, or whatever the term for magical engineering is. You will find the lead assistant, not Arvo. It is not Arvo's day today. You arrive. He is there, a 6'2" elfish descent demi-human stands before you, cleanly shaven, including his hair and head, or hair on his head. He looks at you.
Hello. Is this where the task forces bring their items to see if you can make more?
Yep.
I recently acquired this dagger, and I'll take out my +1 dagger.
You take out your +1 dagger. He will look at it.
What's involved to see if you can copy it?
State secrets. We'll call you in an hour.
You do not destroy it, right? When you examine it?
Not at first.
I would be very angry if this dagger were to be destroyed.
Okay.
Do you do also cloaks?
No. No magical cloaks have been deposited in the armory as of yet.
I have one that helps with hiding in the darkness. My team is not very good at it, and it would be nice if we had more of these. Is that something you can do, or
Potentially.
is somebody? Okay, I'll leave my cloak as well so that he can look at it. It's
Alrighty.
the cloak of stealth that we got at the way long ago.
Yeah. In a vault somewhere, in a tomb. Alright, they will look into it. The dagger they can definitely enchant, and they can, in theory, make the cloak.
Nice. Okay.
We'll need to risk your blade and cloak, though, if you want us to truly get that enchantment copied over.
I heard that we did not have a smith yet to create more weapons. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll wait till we find one of those. But can you do? If you can succeed on the cloak, could you do that immediately?
If we had master crafted cloaks.
And these are difficult to create or acquire?
He shrugs. I don't know the stuff down here.
Okay,
Go find an expert tailor.
Maybe I shall. I will just take my cloak and dagger back. Back when I find an expert tailor and smithy and materials, and she just kind of mumbles as she walks away.
Alright, you walk away like a coward. Understood.
I want to talk to Arvo about the foci that was handed over. Were you able to receive the gemstones from your apprentice? Are they good for anything?
Arvo was not there.
Oh, the apprentice. Were you able to look at the gemstones?
Yes.
So I don't know how enchanting items work, but I've heard of something called a silence stone. I can create silence with my magic. Would infusing it into one of these gems work similarly?
Thanks for a moment. I'd assume so.
Could we work together on working on that?
I don't have
There's
access
someone-
to the permanency spell.
Ah. Do you know anyone who does? Maybe Arvo? Sorry, not Arvo. Orzark?
Ozark definitely does.
We just have to find the real him and not a simulacrum, or is there a simulacrum?
What's the
How do you
difference?
find the real Ozark?
I
We
don't.
just, like-
I've never even seen the real Ozark.
Okay, alright. But if we do find the permanency spell, it would just be the spell we need, or also this gem?
He shrugs. That's
Alright,
beyond
can you-
my understanding.
Okay, I'm going to... Do you have a pen and paper? I'm just going to write down my questions for Arvo to answer whenever he has time.
Sure.
Alright. That's my question. What do I need to make a silent stone? We've got the gem, we've got the magic, and I'll find Ozark for the permanency spell.
All right.
Where do we find Ozark?
You can find
Right.
any of his simulacrums everywhere.
Okay, cool. Alright, I turn to Coraline. Are you interested in tracking down the crazy wizard?
Sure. Should we borrow Paradigm's flail for the
Oh yeah,
occasion?
yeah. Could you go ask him for it?
No, it didn't turn out well last time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The echoing sounds of whips are just heard in Coraline's mind.
Ugh. Ugh. Okay.
Let's
well,
start in the library. Maybe the best ones will be in there.
we could get Antoine as well, since I mean he's a wizard. Maybe he wants to talk to Ozark about anything.
He's been a little distant recently.
I've noticed that, but to be fair, we did murder an old woman in cold blood for really no reason at all.
For very, yeah.
So
Breathing
maybe-
exercises.
I mean, maybe this will just be our way of repairing our friendship with him.
All right. He's probably in his room.
Yeah, sure. Let's go check.
Maybe you should call him on the radio.
Okay, it is nighttime, right? We're like,
I don't know what time it is.
Middle of the day. We're outside. The sun is glorious.
we're in the middle of the day. I'm in my, I have my coffin with me. It's boom. I'm in a circle of darkness.
You're hermit crabbing the coffin on top of yourself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hello, Antoine, are you there? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
he wears his 5-pound radio when he goes to
I'm
bed.
like, hello? Wondering.
Oh.
Or
we
maybe
were-
I crawl out of bed and then I go hit on the.
If
like,
you want an actual time, why don't we
bang.
say
Hello?
this is
Hello?
late
Hello?
afternoon?
No matter what, he was sleeping in the afternoon.
He was sleeping.
Wow.
He was taking a nap, trying to get a spell slot back. He just used sending. Come on.
Gotcha. We were just gonna go talk to Ozark about the permanency spell. Maybe there's more questions you'd like to ask him since you're a wizard. We were gonna check out the library.
Permanency spell? Is this will this make any spell like permanent? Is that what it does?
I mean, I'm not a wizard. Ozark is, and he could probably tell us.
A few gears turn in Anshua's head, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll be there in just a second, huh?" And he just like keeps going.
For sure. Okay. Well, he'll meet us at the library. So. Alright, cool.
You all can meet up at the library. Antoine in his wizardly pajamas and whatever the fuck you two are wearing at this late afternoon meet up.
I'm pacing back and forth. You see me at the library.
Oh. Are you nervous about anything? you've got that's a lot of energy you've got that's not directed anywhere.
Had an idea. But, Ozark. Yes, Ozark. And then I kind of yell out, wow, could someone tell me what the use of magic missile is?
Like a foul specter, Ozark Spider-Mans from the ceiling itself. Only Sever and Coraline see as he just sneaks up behind Antoine and whispers, "It's useful for everything."
Ah! I jump in the air.
The Sever Coraline kind of whispers, except demons during Tyrant on Ice, apparently.
So.
You mutter to yourselves, and Ozark does a 180 in the air, not even like moving his body. He's clearly some sort of anti-gravitational fiend as he rightens himself to appear normal. What do you want? Hello, welcome to the archive, which I guard. Have you been stealing my books?
Do I look like someone who would steal your books?
Yes, you do, he says, eyeballing Coraline fiercely. I think you would steal anything that's not nailed down.
What use are your books? No, actually, what use are your books? What are your valuable books?
He slaps you in
No,
the
no,
face
no,
with
never
a
mind.
napkin.
I promise not to steal here.
That's good. I was about to challenge you to a wizard duel.
I'm not a wizard.
It would be a very one-sided
Easy.
wizard duel then.
Yes. Easy.
Antoine, what do you want? Speak.
I wanted to call you down because we have a question. And a spell.
Ooh. No one ever comes to visit me out of the goodness of their heart. It's just, Ozark, can you do this for me? Can you go stop the big evil bad guy so that we don't Nobody wants to see how I'm doing.
Well, maybe this is the start of a friendship.
No.
And to be honest, nobody has time to hear how all 168 of your simulacrums are doing.
There are more.
It's a very long conversation.
He looks at Antoine. What question may I assist you with, young challenger?
I hear about something called a permanency spell.
Ah.
Does it do what I think it does?
What do you think it does?
It makes our magic stable into this realm for hopefully a long time, maybe forever.
I wouldn't say forever, but for a persistent time, yes.
I kind of lean in close. Any magic?
Most magic, not all. For instance, you cannot permanency a fireball. It's just a combusting, arcane discharge, truly. But other things, like protection spells, that can work. Something consistent that you can constantly flow things into.
A spell of science, perhaps?
Yeah, in theory. I don't know why you would want one.
We were told to perhaps go and dispose of a few dozen clerics. Silence would be useful around Solms.
It would be.
Do you have access to this permanency spell, Ozark?
I do. I'm one of the 12? 13 people who do? Something like that. Do you know how few people have 8th level spell slots?
You doing anything with those 8th level spell slots?
Yes. Not right now, but yes.
Oh. Well, what about right now you help us make one of those silent stones? I can provide the 3rd level spell, or the 2nd level spell.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a catalyst that can contain magic for long periods of time?
we've got a pretty rockin' jewel.
Have you fully
Like-
considered the ramifications of having a spell or having a physical object that will silence you at all times whenever you need to move it?
Yes.
Because whoever is carrying that gem will radiate an aura of silence all around them, non-stop, forever.
But we just need to put the gem somewhere else and they'll be fine, right?
Where would you keep it?
Alright, let's say that I hand the gem to Coraline, and I step away from Coraline. Now, Coraline is silenced, right?
Yes.
Okay, I don't see the problem here. Like, being silent is a very good thing.
Being
It's like even a
unable
virtue.
to hear anything at all, including your little radios that I'm gonna get sued by Ugrist for calling them that. Any communication, any thoughts, they won't be able to speak at all, they won't be able to cast any verbal component spells. It seems kind of like a waste of time. You will be juggling this item for the rest of your life. Or you will put it away in a safekeeping box for generations where some child will find one day and it'll be a part of the world once more.
Well, you know, when we're not using it, we could just put it in like some
In
little
a bag
house
on you while you're running around the world.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Do you know of any way to, I don't know, block the silent spell? Some material we could wrap it in, or...
That's not how that works. If you had access to interdimensional space, it would work. But all of those items were destroyed long ago.
are you referring to like some sort of briefcase, maybe? Where things that are much bigger than the briefcase can come out of them?
Potentially.
Okay.
Either way, you
So-
will find yourself quite in a tricky position if you would ever take that thing outside of areas that you have no domain over. Can you imagine just being on an airship with other passengers, and then just in a 20-foot radius, no one could speak to them at all? You know how annoyed they would get with you?
But they wouldn't be able to tell you how annoyed they were.
True. They would just act on violent impulse as their only way of communication.
And you would just have to be the biggest person in the room, right?
I suppose.
What if, Anchois, what if you had some sort of balloon or robot flyer that could carry the stone 20, 30 feet above us at all times? Is that possible?
You know, I did have one such thing, and I believe I told you about a
What'd you say,
companion of
John?
mine. At one time, in fact, I had a very, very close companion of mine who I met on my island. Maybe this companion of mine could help us. He blew up,
Oh,
but I believe I can get another.
is this the Randy I've heard about?
Yes, you can't. You weren't there. We were trying to figure out to rescue you, and we had a little meetup again with Randy, and he told us he would come with us. He could create another instance of himself, but only if we gave a lot of gold to create him.
Yes, when Elga was telling me about this, she mentioned the group had decided to get one for her.
Yes, yes, we.
it'd be a nice thing if we could still do that. Can you make more than one?
I do not believe so, but then again, I never asked. I requested at the time for one, and that's the response I got. That yes, they would, but only with gold.
Well, we have a lot of that, and they won't even let me swim in this.
Pardon?
Nothing. Forget it. How long is it to get to this place, this candy dispensary?
I call it Mokapuni, but
Yes, your island.
I'm gonna
Yes.
go.
Wait, okay.
I
What? You seem to be having a different objective now. Can I leave?
The ramifications of the Silent Stone. I can promise you that we could, at the worst, the tyrant will take care of it once we're done using it. Possibly, the creation of such a stone could allow Arvo to experiment. The potential is too great.
I think
Look,
that's
if
the
you
problem.
want to spend the resources on it, I will work. No, that's way too much effort. I will have someone else work and figure out how to permanently enchant this spell effect.
Thank you.
Where are these catalysts? Do you have them?
Yes, Arvo's apprentice is holding on to the.
You just
onto
gave
the-
them. What is it? Is it a
They're
sword?
very,
Is it a-
very nice gems. They're like amazingly intricately carved gems.
Oh god, they're gonna fucking swipe that shit. He leaves immediately. Let's see if these gems are there.
Ozak, can you... Oh, he's gone. Is there another Ozak in the house? Magic missile is terrible? No, I guess not.
I mean,
Hang on.
just one build spell and it.
Hang on.
you get from the back of your head get shot by 3 magic missiles.
You suffer 51 force damage immediately.
Which one of us? Because it's very important.
Coraline. She
Do I
does
see
not
this
see
coming?
it coming. No. You just
Wait,
go
wait.
unconscious immediately.
Wait. I want to see if I have to...
Yes, you have to know that the object is coming. Otherwise, you're just burning spell slots
no,
randomly.
it just says when you are hit by an attack or targeted by the magic missile spell. Does it have to see it?
I refuse that.
Damn.
Yeah. That's not how it works. There's a component. Anything verbal or somatic, you're moving your arms, you're speaking, and in theory, you're seeing it.
Well, I feel like he was sort of baiting it out. So
Yeah, maybe. Coraline
all
goes
right,
down
Coraline
to
goes
51
unconscious.
by 51 HP. I do just
Barely goes down.
In
You're
attempt
more-
to medicine check Coraline, I
stab
step on her or something
Just
like
fucking
God
stab her
knows
in
what.
the face.
God knows what. I'm like, wow.
Oof.
do you need a few days to get over this?
Coraline's just knocked unconscious. Luckily, no one can die in the Tyrant's Court. Eventually, Coraline will come back into consciousness in 1d4 hours. Let's roll it. In 2 hours.
She's unconscious right now. Like, I'm kidding. All right, never mind. Can someone take her back to her quarters? Anyone? It's daytime.
That's okay. I'll handle that. I'll just give her another check later. But she seems to be all right. It's just how many magic missiles. God knows. And then I just unstep her or something like this.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, all right. And then I'm like, yeah, she's gonna be fine.
The
by
day
the
goes
way-
by.
Yeah, do you want to go to
Awaken.
Mokapuni tomorrow then with Coraline? We can go look for that thing you wanted.
Yes, I have questions. These jewels, these are the same jewels you give me, right?
Yeah,
before?
you saw them in the book. They were
And-
not magic, but they were. They seemed to be intricate enough to be spell components.
And they can make a spell like silence permanent.
I think that they were more so. The word used was foci, which I'm
Yes.
not. My vocabulary is not very good. Foci. So I would suppose in the same way that gold is inherently magical, these gems might be inherently more able to handle magic.
And they'll be able to hold your spell, your silent spell.
I believe so. At least with any luck, they haven't been able to tell me yet. And then also, there was like 5 of them, so it doesn't have to only hold the silent spell. There has to be something else we can use them for. Also,
Maybe.
actually, can I tell?
Maybe.
Can I tell Anshwak, because he didn't know this, but the Discovery team, you see, we found a magical warhammer, and oh my god, the warhammer, or it was a pickaxe, I think, and it was electrified magically. And when Arvo tore it apart, he informed us that there was like a fragment of a gem or some sort of shard of elemental power inside of it. So I would imagine.
Of elemental power.
Yes.
My eyes go even wider. Like,
And so I would imagine that there are gemstones that are able to hold this power. Either that or where the shard came from, we don't know.
do you have this?
Oh
item?
no, it's in the Discovery team. I think it was Nav. Nav should have it somewhere.
Interesting.
You can talk to him if you want. It's just-
That's okay. Just thinking for a moment.
Oh, also, it wasn't able to be replicated. That lightning enchantment of the crystal. It seemed like it was a limited resource.
Limited resource gem that could hold your, and I believe silent spell is concentration, right?
Silence is a concentration, so that is actually another thing that would make it very impressive.
That it does. And then I kind of drag Coraline back to her room. And then,
Sure, I'll go back to my room. We go to sleep, and next day.
I put a pillow under Coraline's head, and and I kind of just,
you walk past like a
you crazy
basketball
fool.
in the middle of the room.
What does Coraline's room look like out of curiosity? What does it look like? Just out of curiosity.
It's actually pretty plain. There's there'd be a little. You'd probably see her bag in the corner on a chair or something, ready to go. But otherwise, there's not a whole lot of decoration here. I mean, unless there's posters of airships available, in which case there'd probably be 2 or 3 of those on the walls.
There's
Wish
like a
you were
steering
here.
wheel from your.
You
It's like a
just
steering
bought-
wheel from the one you crashed. So like rubble you've taken, nailed it on the wall.
An airship in the
Coraline just on
trying to
her
work
desk. There's just a season's greeting card that says "Wish you were here," and it's just an airship flying over like a coastline. It's not signed or anything. You just bought it because
Actually, what you would notice that you'd find strange would be about a dozen empty bottles, glass bottles, with some corks nearby. There's nothing in them.
Okay, interesting. That is bizarre.
As Coraline describes her room being uncannily accurate to my own. Is this the day where you guys take off on a new adventure? Because
I'm hoping this is the first day we started our long rest so I can get 6 more hit dice.
you can just come back to full. Fuck it.
Okay.
The Tyrant's healing magics will heal you up.
I
for you.
actually have one more thing I wanted to do here. Is Ozark's library the only library kind of place that we have access for research?
There are city libraries, but Ozark's is always going to be your best bet because he's a fucking lich and just has lived forever.
Right. But the city libraries, like, would we have access to them?
Yeah. You're a citizen of Tulst, right?
Coraline will take a day to try to go to one of these other libraries and try to research the gods from before when they went away.
That is a fool's errand.
Okay.
It has been so long since they left the world, no one has public knowledge on them. Even Ozark's missing, like, names and stuff.
Okay, so there wouldn't be anything. If I fail to find anything in the city libraries, then I begrudgingly go to Ozark's library and just trying to ask for anything generic about, like, what their capabilities were, what they, try to get an idea of what we might be up against if they're coming back. And if he has any sort of tomes, I'll be looking for 2 specific names that I'm sure you know of.
I do, yes.
Okay. That's the idea behind that.
Yeah. A roll dice. Okay. That's what I thought. Coraline is going to do this on the 26th. You guys, Antoine, Revik, Paradigm, and Thatch are going to have another day off, it seems. Is there anything you two want to do, or anyone you want to speak with?
I suppose I would go to Ozark's library again and continue reading on. If you remember, months ago, I, with the help of Helga and Paradigm, mostly Paradigm, Helga gave me a pop-up book. I was reading on elementals. And I would just like to do one more research on elementals.
Okay, you go find that pop-up book again. It's somewhere in the children's section.
Psh, waves come. I'm just like
Yes.
doing that.
You're like
Okay.
pulling the little plastic strip.
Yeah.
That just moves a little thing. Sever, anything you want to do? That night, maybe, before this day starts.
Okay. Can I drain one more? Can I drain a hit die from the Overduke? Because I want to just burn more healing real quick.
Yeah. His hit dice is a 1d6.
Okay, cool. So I'll kill 1d6.
Oh, you could do that at range?
Yes.
Nice.
Sorry.
I thought you had to suck on his neck every time.
You may add your con bonus if you have one.
Oh, really? Thank you. I'll go up to 50 then.
Yeah. Cool.
And then, feeling a little bit of pep in my step, I guess I'll, can I, go and research, like, I don't want to streamline this as much as possible. Like, I want to get, like, a brochure of Mokupuni. I want, maybe, to figure out what time the ships are going. I want to also research about a wetsuit.
You mean a dry suit?
That's a good idea.
And I guess the first thing I do is I go to, like, I don't know, a kiosk near the shore. It's like, Mokupuni, this is this place.
There's no advertisements for Mokupuni. Mokupuni's a defunct state. Nobody lives there anymore.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's information in itself. So there is no information about Mokupuni.
You have Antoine. He is your living brochure.
Okay.
There aren't any boats going there. You'll need to buy or rent one yourself.
Okay.
As to having a dry suit, that's not going to help you, bud.
Okay.
The ocean will instantaneously obliterate you.
Okay.
Hard stop. Yeah, no save, no nothing. You get dunked, you're gone.
Okay. Cool. New character whenever I need it.
True. Yeah. Basically.
All right. Let's see. All right. Sever will start walking towards the shore and then get a very bad feeling about it. Like every instinct in his body tells him to turn around, so he does. And he goes to contemplate what that means until the next day.
Why does the ocean hate vampires? Some may ask.
Why does it?
Who knows?
Oh, actually, there's one more thing. I, Brood, cannot remember where Hodel hangs out. Can I do an intelligence check to remember?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, cool.
You remember he lives in the Forge of Alvin. Right
Okay,
by
cool.
the sea.
God damn it. Alright, but understood.
By
Thank you.
canals. But still. You do this research. Antoine, we're going to hit yours up before I give Coraline the bad news. Antoine, you get a refresher on elementals. They exist. They're a part of this world. They're technically everywhere, but also nowhere. Many people worshipped them as gods back in the day, but no longer. Now they are just as forgotten as the old ones. And this little pop-up book you have that Ozark made specifically for you when you weren't looking tells you this. You guys are trailblazers. If all the answers were in a library, everyone would already have the answers. Coraline, this goes for you as well. I rolled a 4 on a random luck dice, and 4 is bad.
Fair enough.
Guys, Ozark doesn't have all of the answers. He's been around for a while, but he's a fucking
He has
simulacrum with limited knowledge on certain things.
I guess the only thing to do is get ready for our trip to Nevlators. Are we still going to Nevlators?
We're going to Nevlators.
Morning glory.
Well, John, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
You don't have to. Alright, I'm just asking. If we were going to Neville's Arsenal, can you, like, on the map, do a little arrow showing, like, the route that the airship would take?
Yeah.
Sure.
You'd have to go civilian.
I don't mind that.
It would look something like no snapping.
Alcazan. Place. Please hold it there.
Give or take. A
Uh,
casual 3,000 mile journey or so.
Alright, 1 second. Just Alcazan, middle of nowhere. Oh,
Yep.
Fortiverve.
Torturb, yes. And if you wanted to go to Mokapuni, you'd have to go to Torturb anyway.
Mm-hmm. I know Thatch wanted to stop in City of Blinding Lights. We could do that on the way back, maybe.
Is it still up?
No.
No, that's what I thought. Well, a civilian ship wouldn't be able to land there anymore because it's destroyed.
What do you mean?
I mean, hasn't the City of Blinding Lights been destroyed or no?
Oh. You guys haven't heard anything new about him.
Okay.
The civilian population ran away, and you guys...
Yeah, so we'll stop on the way back.
Irithyll bopped a cathedral.
Yeah, we were there.
I know
And then
you were
also, City of Blinding Lights is farther away from Nevlator's arsenal, so...
Yep.
Okay, but not bad. We can visit Alcazan, middle of nowhere, Toraturb, and the Forge of Alvin. That's plenty of stuff to do.
What is the middle of nowhere?
There's like
Cantelar, I think.
it's like right next to Cantelar.
No,
You
that,
like kind of
that was
point
because
to-
John has a limited screen. And
oh,
has
understood.
To, yeah, that wasn't a stop.
Cantelar is like the middle of nowhere.
True.
I'm sorry. Okay, cool.
What advice would Paradigm give us to go here since he's from there? I know last time he was saying that he had a bunch of advice that his character would know.
Man, I wish he was here to give it.
I know.
Yeah.
Something about not bringing too much liquid money. Paradigm, what should we know before going to your old stomping ground?
I don't know what he would say. I honestly do not. I'm sorry. I can't give that answer.
All right.
It does not exist, for he is not here.
Artist interpretation is like, I'm working on something, and it's like just from the other side of the room as he's like blinking into that ethereal plane over and over again.
We hear a bunch of horse noises like hee-haw, or it's a
Yeah.
donkey, something like this.
Would we have heard about the magical items for sale from either the raid team or Paradigm himself?
No.
No?
Not.
Okay. Then we're leaving our gold here.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I was gonna tell Coraline because she said in passing that she needed to find like a tailor, right?
Yes, ones that can craft extremely exquisite cloaks.
Oh, I have. I know someone like that. You might not like him because he's a vampire, but that's my uncle Hodel. He's really good at crafting lederhosen, like lederhosen that can like form. Yeah, it's complicated.
Magical leder.
Magical lederhosen, yes.
What are lederhosen?
You would know that no civilian charter of the Confederation is dumb enough to go to Nevlators. They do not make regular stops or visits there. It's all privatized. So you'll have to either get lucky or hire a very brave and competent crew.
And expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's basically it.
We need to take at least some of our money with us anyway, just to buy anything, because Tollsbucks don't do anything.
What of those gems you mentioned? They would be easy, portable. Was they worth anything as enchantment material, or would they just be currency we could bring?
Well, let's go find out. Oh, hold on. At some point, immediately after that conversation, Revik returns to Arvo's offices.
Yes, you find an Ozark throttling an apprentice by the neck and casting shield against their magic missile spells as they are in a somewhat wizard battle at the moment.
Can I cast silence on the apprentice, or are they too close?
You can just cast silence, yeah. Fuck it.
Okay.
It's immediately counterspelled by Ozark, who doesn't want you to cast any spells onto this fight as he throttles the apprentice for drinking one of your gems.
Drinking one of the
Cut it
gems?
out of his belly. Wait, take him out of Tulsa and cut it out of his belly.
He ate the magic! Ah! He's just screaming and screeching. The apprentice in question's like, it was for an experimentation! It was for a good cause! Stop it! The fight will be broken up by the tyrant who shows up in disappointment dad mode. You will lose one of your 1000 GP gems.
Okay. We've still got 4 more, right?
I think so.
Oh, I thought there were 12.
Alright, was it?
I've
13.
It wasn't shaped like a clock. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
John said geometric pattern, and my thought immediately went to a 5-pointed star. So,
No.
So there were 12, and there's 11 now?
Yes.
okay,
Wow.
cool. Still pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Alright.
They look at you. Ozark's like, I'm keeping one, and just pockets that. So now there's 10.
Yeah, sure. If it's for Tulsa, that's fine. Alright. Could I get the rest of them back? I figure they learned enough.
Yeah.
And these will work for Silent Spell, right, Ozark?
Not the diamonds. The emeralds and rubies will do.
Oh.
Maybe a sapphire if it's feeling precocious today.
In the back of his head, Revik from a past life is singing Colors of the Wind, and everything has a spirit, a name, and anyway, he's like, okay, cool. Thanks for the heads up. I'll just put these. I take 5 of the emeralds and the rubies, and I take them to the bank, and I put them with the rest of our stuff, and I'll take the other 5 gems for the trip.
Okay.
Should we bring any coins? Maybe.
Retroactively, I grab the amount of coins that we get a few chests.
They say it might be difficult to find passage from the Forge of Alvin, so what's an expensive airship trip? 100 gold apiece? 200?
We've got 5 people.
You know what? Corlin will go to Schmitty and see if he knows any of the airship captains that might know what sort of prices to expect.
I don't think you know where Schmitty is.
Oh, he's not in the hangar doing maintenance? That's Schmitty, not the other Schmitties.
Not any of the other 8 of them.
Yeah, it's the Schmitty that we got the airship from that failed.
Yeah,
due
that was
to
the same
poor maintenance.
Schmitty.
Okay, he's not in the hangar doing maintenance anymore?
No, he's in hiding from the raid team.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
We want to put him in a shit harness and keel haul him over the skies.
Okay, and you didn't tell Corlin where he's hiding out after their emotional moment last time.
No.
Is he a citizen of Tulsa? Would the tyrant allow that? Okay.
No, that's why he's in hiding.
Okay.
Well, in that case, Corlin will go to the airship terminal and inquire about airships going to the Forge of Alvin.
Yeah.
And speak to the captains that are going there if they know what it might cost for a charter to go to Nevlators for 5 passengers. Not necessarily with them, but just if they know the sort of prices there are.
Many of the captains, many of the crew, even like the people just at the desk, kind of laugh in your face as you say this kind of stuff. Because they're all like legit, rather than we're gonna go hang out with the sky pirates with all those crazy wizards. So like that's pretty laughable as like a joke to them. Then you like find the one person who's just like dead eyeing you as you ask him prices on how to negotiate with pirates. You don't know. He doesn't know. You shouldn't negotiate with pirates. They'll steal your shit.
Oh yes, I'm quite aware.
Wait, you are a fucking pirate, right?
Legitimate merchant sailor, thank you very much.
You have the pirate background, don't you?
I do.
Then you know the
I
answer.
pretend I
They'll
don't.
take as much as they can get.
Right. But there is a baseline that I'm trying to establish.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot.
Okay. I'll go back to the others. Yeah, it might be a lot. We should probably try to... I mean, these gems are quite large. If they won't make change for us, that's for sure. Let's find a way to maybe buy some smaller gems. Maybe in 50 gold piece increments. Bring a few thousand like that. And then maybe a couple hundred coins apiece. Just to make sure we have enough to come on our way back. Hello?
Yeah. I don't mind that. I can retroactively. Could I have gone and gotten that exact amount the same time I deposited the other gemstones? Half of the gemstones.
Or we can just go back.
You need to
You
go
can
find a
also go back.
jeweler. The banks don't keep gemstones for trade.
Oh, they don't.
Have you ever been to a bank before, Brood?
When someone opens a vault, I expect to see gemstones among the gold. Does that make sense? All right, it's just my head. All right.
Okay.
I've never seen a mountain of wealth either.
No, yeah, we'll take the coins from the bank to the jewelers.
Okay. And you just want to buy just a shit ton of gemstones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, let's say 20 gems worth about 100 gold each.
Okay. The conversion rate is 1-to-1, so you can do that.
Okay. Brood, are you doing that on the party sheet, or should I?
Please do that.
Okay.
Let me put.
Taking off 2,000 gold to put as gems. I'll put the gems on Coraline's page.
Cool.
I'm also gonna put 5 of the 5 of the gemstones that are like the book gemstones in the party sheet. So that's so anyone can grab them from there if they need it.
What does your party sheet represent?
This is just like shared content. It could be in the armory if you want it to be. It's just
this would be stuff we're leaving at home. Like it's got the
Okay, cool.
Aldrich family pendant. It's got 2 of our potions of healing that Antra didn't want to carry. 3 bedrolls for some reason. I've got my bedroll and rations. I don't know if
You all need to have on your character sheets what you're going to have for this adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's each bring 200 gold pieces, and I'll take another 1,000 off the party sheet. John, can you put 200 on Thatch and Paradigm, please?
Yeah, sure. Guys, don't you love auditing episodes?
Yeah. I'll get rid of the bedrolls and the rations from the party sheet because there's no point in having those.
I don't think Thatch has one.
I wonder what happens if we both save different content. I'm gonna cancel what I'm doing.
Thatch does not have a bedroll, meaning he will not benefit from a short rest in the wild.
Can you stick one on him?
He does not have the strength to carry it.
He said he doesn't mind being encumbered as long as it's the weight of the dibs, so they can drop at the start of the fight.
Including dibs, he is encumbered.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, I'll bring a second bedroll then.
It's a preemptive audit, yes, Mr. Underground. Yeah. Normally Paradigm carries stuff like that around, but he's not here to do his own bookkeeping. So chances are we'll be doing this again next week.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you put the 200 gold pieces on them.
Okay.
I assume the airship trip will include food?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't sweat food in cities.
All right.
'Cause at
Okay,
the end
I'll
of the
try to
day-
find passage to Forge of Alvin.
Yep, it's
for
5
5 of us.
gold per person. Easy peasy.
I will take that off the party sheet.
Wait, for first class? Sever has to have special things. He is considered luggage. He gets put into a coffin. The charge equals out no matter what, but it's just like he's not sitting inside the cabin with you guys, is what I'm trying to say.
At one point, a bunch of
How much is it for first class?
10 times the normal.
Damn, that's too much. I'm too cheap. Okay, so it's 25 gold total for all 5 of us?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
But do you guys want to stop in Torator first?
I would like to. I've never seen that place before. We've got nothing but time, right?
I suppose. It will also be the only way you get to Mokapuni.
Yeah. Okay, party sheet's updated.
I
Alright, I think
inquire.
we're getting to go.
I inquire with Revik or Sever. about the gems. Did he get them back?
Oh yes, we did. So I left 5 of them in the back at home where we dump all of our stuff at the armory. So it's like in one of the dibs.
Yes.
And then we have here 5, and I handed one of the gemstones. I left the emeralds and rubies back in the armory. So
Okay. So what gems are these? What gemstones are
that's up to
these?
John. So
The type?
yeah,
Yeah.
I know this is a pain, and I apologize, but
I suppose since you
They are
made it that point.
bloodstones.
Okay.
They are a
Yeah.
different kind of ruby. They are an impure ruby.
okay.
Mhm.
I go around and hand everyone one of the 1,000 piece gemstones. That way, that's at least walking around money.
The real
So-
question is Antoine going to take any of this money?
I don't take the money, but the gemstone I take.
Okay.
Or I should say, if I take the money, it's only because it's encumbered. It's not spending money. I will not spend it. Only because my teammate says, hey, I'm encumbered or anything like that. Or, so I'm
Okay.
like, okay, fine. Pack animal me. But I look at the gemstone with a very inquisitive eye.
It catches the light as though it were a hardened but still liquid drop of blood.
So Revit, you're not just keeping all 5 stones on yourself.
No, I'm handing one to everyone. Because also we've still got 5 over in the armory. So
Okay.
in one of the dibs. So let's see.
Fucking coffee traveler. Okay.
Tamer, so Anshra's not taking the 200 gold pieces?
I should say I'm taking it, but he's not spending it. He's not using it. It's just because,
It'll
there's
be for passage anyway.
It'll be mechanical because you can't hold it.
Wow, thanks for a first time chat, Angelo Bot. Enjoy your ban for all eternity.
Oh, I noticed
Fucking
my
dog.
bot did not catch that.
Uh-oh. They changed the formula. Alright. It is the night before you leave. On the 27th, you will stow Sever into his coffin, and then transport yourselves to Tora Turf, where you will hopefully not throw him into the sea. Before that, though, Sever. It is the middle of the night. Past midnight. What? Are you just gonna interrupt me again? I get it.
I try and open the coffin, and someone put a bunch of luggage on top of me.
No. This is before you leave.
Alright.
Sever. You, in your mind's eye, while you're fully awake, just waiting for the day to come, feel a presence within your mind that states that you should go somewhere. And before you know it, you're already on your way. You feel this magical presence. You know who it is, but does Brood know who it is?
Is it the tyrant?
It is the Tyrant. He summons you with his magical telepathic tether that he permanently has upon you. For you are his vampire spawn. You arrive in a snack room. The snack room. But there's no teams. There's no one around except for a bunch of passed out hunters and huntresses who seem to have just had a party and then just all crashed onto the couches chase and even the snack room. One of the... Do you know? No, you don't. You wouldn't know him. I don't think you know Badger, but he is just unironically drowned in fruit right now. You see the Tyrant, wide awake, next to the piano, having shifted the crab player who normally plays, who is now next to the cage, trying to bust its friend out, but not having the strength to do so. The other crab within the cage has stopped moving the sheet music as the tyrant experiments with the instrument. His bodyguard is knocked out on the ground, just literally laying beside the chair, asleep, with a blanket draped over them.
Something happened here. But nothing bad, right?
No. The tyrant turns to you as you walk in the door. Do you air this question aloud?
Yeah, I do, 100%. Just, do you need help?
No, you can leave them. I wanted to speak with you, Sever.
Mm-hmm.
He shifts over on the piano seat so that you guys can sit uncomfortably close together.
Okay.
He's like the Bugs Bunny in the bathroom stall. Do you know that meme? I don't know. Fuck.
No.
He shifts over, pats the wooden chair, closing the piano lid that seems to still be playing regardless of whose hands are on the keys.
Interesting bit of magic, that.
What,
You
did
summoned
you
me.
think a crab could play a grand piano?
I mean, you don't. Well, good point. Good point.
Yes.
All illusion, I suppose. But yeah. How's it going, Dad?
You catch him off guard with that one. He looks at you for a very short time, Sever, before turning away and just like letting out a small chuckle. It's weird to have a son who's older than me.
Yeah, it's weird to have like a father that's younger than me, but admittedly, there was a lot of like social and stuntedness in my life. So, I mean, turns out if you're poison, no one wants to talk to you or hang out.
Who would have
Literally toxic.
I understand. I called out to you since you are a sleepless creature, like myself. He looks at the humans who are asleep, or at least the mortals before you both. I keep entertained, but it is boring being awake at all times of the night while everyone else gets to sleep.
Right. Hodel mentioned that I should pick up a hobby. Immortality is fun as long as you're doing something.
This is true. I suppose I didn't think this through well enough. I want you to know that I consider you part of my inner circle now, Sever. I don't have much to hide, being a person in the public eye. But if you need answers that I would not normally give, I will give them to you in private. And I wish to warn you of one of your party members.
I appreciate it. Which party member should I be on the lookout for?
He thinks how he wants to truly address this. aside from the wizards, who are wizards, and you should constantly be wary of them. And Thatch, whose allegiance is not to the city. He is to me at the moment, but once Thorazor is fed, I'm not sure if he'll be much worth in terms of political hostage. Because by then we'll be firm friends with Thorazor. And,
Yes.
he won't necessarily have to be here as he is now.
And for what it's worth, he is a good person, and once Destrian is no longer a threat to Tolst. Destrian is no longer a threat to Thorazor. There's no reason why he would ever turn against us. And
That's true for now.
if it ever came down to it, I wouldn't let him.
I know. I understand you have direct access to a part of his being now.
Yes, it
As
was very.
you are tied to him, I am tied to you. And thanks to that connection, I've also figured out how to act now as your surrogate father figure. He taps you on the shoulder, touching your coarse skin, and channels part of his own essence into you. You are flooded with thoughts of the city, memories, just flash memories of different people and places living their lives. And all of your hit dice, spell slots, and your HP goes to full.
That was amazing. All the people here in Tolst. So many different people.
Yes.
And this has only been here for a few decades?
No. Tolst?
Tolst?
It's been here for hundreds of years.
But there's a hesitation. Well, you're younger than me, like you said. Let's see. Okay.
While you are here in the city, I can recharge you, as it were. Outside, you will still have to rely on your companions and your party members.
Thank you.
The one person you should be truly wary of is Coraline. Shade has been blocked from interacting with her. On the other plane, he cannot see as clearly as he would in this one. And most of the time, he misses her entirely. When she speaks, he knows she's there, but when she is silent, he has trouble viewing her. He cannot watch her. Which means he cannot warn you if she ever tries to stab you in the back.
I understand. I'll be on the lookout for her since Shadow cannot. But I don't think you have to worry. I mean, just lock your door and you'll be fine.
Well, I don't have anything to worry about.
Ah.
Coraline is tainted, or has been molded, changed, altered in a way where she will constantly perceive me as a hostile creature. I don't know if that's just natural suspicion, or if the entities she's interacted with have messed with her brain. But she had tried to kill me in private. It was a bad attempt, but still, it was an attempt she had no control over. And there is no way that a divine creature would just let someone go after letting them view their existences, their entities. I don't know I don't know the plans for such creatures. But they do not do catch and release. We don't feel the bond or the tie of divine energy within her anymore, as we did when we sequestered her into a cage. But I don't know how easy it would be to reestablish that sort of tether.
I'll be on the lookout for whatever it is that she's doing or is becoming. So it's the god, the whatever divinity touched her is the problem, right? Or is it Coraline herself? She's really just bumbling, but I can't imagine that she would harm someone. And I guess I actually can imagine her harming someone purposely.
We did not hire people who would choke when it comes to violence. I don't know what has occurred, and that is what truly threatens me. The ability to manipulate, to twist, and to corrupt is one that all divine beings have, regardless of alignment. The difference between her will and the creature's will could become inconsequential if they just make her will their own. It's not like slavery, where there is like a gun to the back of her head telling her to do it. It's not Gios, for instance. When she actually wants to act, when she does a decision, it may be for the benefit of whatever parasitic relationship she had with the others.
Understood.
I'm telling you this so that you will be aware that if she is to, I won't say betray, but if she begins to display pathological behavior that she is not known to have in the past, be wary of it. A shift, an erratic decision would be the most poignant of evidence, but it would not. I'm hoping she will not stab you in the back, Sever. Hopefully, she has not displayed wanting to yet. Has she an extreme distaste for you, or?
Sever has a flashback to all the times that she keeps trying to take his sword, and all the times that she keeps mentioning going into the ocean, and all the times that it's just like, yeah, let's just go take a little dip. It should show friendship. I am really, really bad at understanding social, and just now I feel like I've had enlightenment. Yeah, I think there's been a few signs now that I think about it.
Then be wary of her.
I will. And thank you for the warning.
Yes. Also, what the fuck is the deal with Antoine? He keeps spying on me, as though I'm blind.
Oh.
Do I need to be worried about him?
Well, he hasn't mentioned anything weird. Just
Okay, my bodyguard has picked up on his presence like 18 times in one day. And we
He's
keep
a
like
wizard.
running into each other, and he keeps clinging on. Like, he touched my neck, and I'm like, what the... Like, I get it, like, I'm cool, and people want to touch me, but... I'm sorry.
I don't think that's what it is. But
Okay.
he's a wizard, and he might have picked up on. Well,
Okay, I thought I had accidentally enchanted him or something. Like,
No,
charmed
that
him,
wasn't-
you know?
I mean, I don't think
It's not like
Do you
I
want me to
commanded him to do anything.
I can ask him. I feel like, I mean, I'll just ask him.
Would you? That'd be...
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you.
I don't think he means ill. He's just his way of like being a doctor is very strange. He stepped on Coraline when she lost consciousness,
Mm,
and that was how he determined that she was okay.
okay, that makes no sense at all, but... good to
Their
know
customs are
regardless.
different than ours. We can't judge so quickly.
That's fair.
All right, I'll go ask him.
Thank you, Sever. And
High five?
Yeah, he'll high five you.
Yes.
He'll give you an awkward side hug since you're both like facing a piano, like having this weird cramped conversation too.
This is normal.
Yeah. And then he'll like stop the alien gesture that he's very uncomfortable with.
Okay.
Is there
I'll see you.
anything I can do for you? I know you're heading to Nevlator's arsenal.
I think we're set. I don't need much. If there's anything else I can do to help you, say the word. I'll be on the lookout for it.
Just don't give the sewer gigolo any name. Make sure.
Oh, no names for the sewer gigolo. Understood.
Yeah.
That could have been awkward. Understood. Gotcha.
Yeah. Just give it a fake name.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay. All right. With that, I will wave, step over the bodyguard, kind of gingerly, and then make my way out.
You make
Cool.
your way out. Okay. Boom. You're done.
Yeah. Cool.
The day comes soon, boys. And Sever can be hoisted up or loaded up into his coffin, put into a car, and then moved to the airship terminal where you can fly.
I believe JC wanted to grab more. Did you,
Grab more.
gold? You said you wanted to grab more gold?
Why would Coralie need more gold? Perhaps
Oh.
Antoine needs more gold.
No, I just thought, okay, no worries. Hey then.
Then why don't we take a quick break here? And when we come back, we will fly to Toraturv and see what's there. We'll be back here in a moment, everyone.
Okay. See ya.
We're back, everybody. Welcome to John threatening his players. How's it going? Perfect. That's good to hear. I like the silence, the fearful silence. That's what I want out of all of my groups. You all fly, and fly you do. For a day. Yes. You will take a very short, 2 to 3 hour break in Alcazan, and then make your way to Toraturv, where you will get there, was it 16 hours or so later? So if you leave early morning, you will get there at the dead of night. Which I guess works out. Who's never been to Toraturv before?
Well, I mean,
Coraline hasn't.
Never.
That's where you left the boat.
Yeah.
Is this the boat place?
That's the
I thought
boat
it was
place.
some
Boat
shitty
place.
place. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it is a
That's
shitty
Toraturv.
Toraturv is
Wow.
a shithole. It's a beach bum paradise. All of the houses do not go above a single story, except for the airship terminal, for it is all shacks made out of driftwood or other such things. There's no real infrastructure, there's no real government, there's no city or state official. Toraturv's not even on the map, but they have an airship tower, because they needed one. They're technically kind of a colony of the Forge Valvin, but they're not governed at all. And they just sort of exist. There's like 10,000 people here, I believe, or so. Just spread out along this big cove coastline. With scant trees and the red waste to the north of them. And you guys make it there. In the dead of night, with a storm above your head, but all of the buildings are filled to capacity. The lights of lanterns and flashlights and fish oil burning away the night.
What direction does the sun set, John?
The sun sets in the west.
All right. And it rises also in the east?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a surprise?
You wouldn't answer the question yesterday.
Okay.
Is the airship staying here to refuel or whatnot before they head off to...
Yes.
Okay.
They have spent all of their stuff. They must recharge in some way, be it magical or mechanical.
Anshra, you were thinking of going back to your home for a brief stop?
That I was. I have some questions I want answered. And I don't know if my island holds it. I think they do.
I wouldn't mind either to get the Randy for Elga. Maybe it would help smooth things over a little bit.
Well, you're always welcome to come. But what about our vampire friend? Like, it's...
Well, I
Kind
assume
of.
we're going by airship, or do we have to take a boat?
Oh, I believe airship, right? Is there boats that go out to Mokavuni?
You can.
That would take too long. I believe that would take way too long.
John, there's no airships going to Okapuna?
No, it's a defunct state. Their
Oh,
princess
okay.
has absconded the entire island. Their people now have resettled in Tolst or the surrounding area of Tolst. Yeah, nobody lives there. It's a dying island.
How long is it by boat to get there?
Took by boat to get here, I believe. From there, 5 days? Was it 4 days?
No, it was
Was it?
2.5. You guys had a boat encounter which knocked you way the fuck off course the last time you guys were here.
Okay.
And we had nobody
Remember
to
the
drive
sea
the boat.
serpent?
Yeah.
And we had nobody
Good
to
lord.
drive the boat.
Yeah, you guys did some bullshit sailing expedition, which almost killed Anchois in more than one way.
Into the water. We all went in the water.
Well, Seva, is there a big difference between flying over the ocean and floating on it?
Oh, well, if we're flying over the ocean, it's much farther away from me. This is how I feel about it.
But if the boat is destroyed, either way, same thing, right?
Right, which is bad. But do you expect the boat to be destroyed? What is going on?
I'm just saying, if the boat is fine, floating on it is just as well as flying over it. Yes.
Well, unless someone were to push me over, right? Well, I guess.
Just stay in the hold. There's no windows in the hold. I mean, just the worst place to fall over is off of the proof deck in the front, next to the what you call it, the little carving under the front sail. So just don't go there.
If there's a choice between sailing and flying, I think I prefer flying. To answer your question, yes.
Well, our friend Anchois wants to visit his home, and I'd like to go with him.
Okay.
Would you be able to come with us?
Rogue's very, very quiet. You know, I can just explore Torriter. We can learn about the environment around here. You know? Fun little vacation for you, fun little vacation for me.
Yes,
the party.
splitting the party is always an excellent idea.
Well, I mean, Thatch will stay with me, right, Thatch?
His knees stands up. He just crack, shotguns, blasts happening.
Thatch will stay with you.
Cool.
He's morally
Anchois, this is-
obligated.
Is this is a safe place to go, Mokoponi?
Yeah.
Boat
Yeah, it
trip,
is.
no issues, no
Oh.
sailing.
Road trip, we had many issues, but we were carrying some heavy magical items. It attracts. Yeah, you know what? No, it's all right. It's perfectly fine. No problems at all.
Right.
Nice.
Let me go see what sort of boats there are available to go. I'll try to find the fastest one.
I believe we left a vote here, but I doubt it's still here. To tell you the truth, giving up on that.
Would you like me to go look for it with you?
You know what? Sure, we'll all go. We have time, you know. And
Yeah,
then we
you
both- we all-
go look for that one warehouse that you guys more or less asked to stow this thing on land in. That entire warehouse is no longer there.
Like just gone or burnt to the ground or...
It's gone. It's just cleared land.
So is
Do
it
you see
around-
any a boat we can charter? Do you see anybody?
Not in the dead of night during a slight storm, no.
Oh,
Oh.
No worries,
We'll
then.
wait till morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
On the way back, Sever's gonna ask Anchois. So Anchois, so you know how like the tyrant is basically my dad, right?
Yes. He's basically your dad. Out of curiosity, has he been showing signs of, coughing? Kind of like illness or something like that? And I
It's
bring
funny
out the
that you
diary and I
mentioned
start
that.
writing.
That's actually why I wanted to talk to you. So he's noticed that you're very, very interested in his health, and he's wants to know what that's about.
And I write down like fits of paranoia.
Yeah, I mean, because if you wanted to ever talk to him, you don't have to skulk in the bushes. You could just talk to him. You can,
Oh, yes.
I know it's a little bit intimidating. He has like a whole, but like shoot your shot, man. Like,
I'm not too sure what the. Understood. Maybe. Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully, I don't understand what you're saying. But
he just wants you to stop being so secretive about following him around. You can talk to him, you know.
Yes. Oh yeah. I'll be sure to talk to him every now and then. You know. But curiosity. Has he notified you of any problems you've had lately? Have you seen it?
No, if anything, he's better than ever. Like since I became a vampire, he's even better.
Understood. Okay, better than ever. I'll write that down. Minus the paranoia. And then,
Yeah, but I mean, he's a city-state leader. I feel like a little bit.
Oh shit! You cut.
have you noticed any? Have you noticed any other any other things you classify as worrying paranoia with him? Has he mentioned anything about? I plant that seed in his mind. Maybe if you don't.
Well, you know, I think it's understandable the paranoia.
Of course.
You gotta be a little bit paranoid.
But
It's
people
not
may be
paranoia.
close to him.
It's not paranoia. If somebody's trying to get you.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be.
Usually these things manifest, but the closest people who are like close to you. That's how it starts because these are the people that you've protected, you've done this stuff, and then they snap out of frustration or they make you feel like scared of them. So since you two both know him and you're both a part of the tyrant, I'm sure you both have not seen such a thing. But anyways,
Ansra, of course he's worried. He was attacked as a baby by Tristan. You keep talking about it.
oh yeah.
I mean,
Why
anybody
would he
who
be
was-
worried about? Why would he be worried about Tristan?
anybody
guy.
attacked by a hunter as a baby would be smart to be a little paranoid.
But Tristan, come on. I mean, anybody who
I'd like to
anybody
meet
who
this Tristan. You and the others, you laugh about him all the time.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him too, actually.
Well, last time we saw him was on Mokopuni. That was the last time I saw him. God knows if he's still there. He has an uncanny ability to travel large distances without, in a blink of the eye. I'm not entirely sure how he does this, but I've seen him do it. In fact, he's done it to us. But back to my talk. Since both of you are a part of the tyrant, I'm sure you've not seen any sort of illness or paranoia he has against his closest people, such as you two. But thank you for letting me know that.
Aren't you also part of the tyrant? We took the same oath, did we not? Not to steal or murder inside the tolls, and to do the things he
Yes.
says, that kind of thing.
I mean, the tyrant kind of he saved you. Like he was one of the people that saved you, Corley. Do you remember? He took you. A part of him is inside you, keeping you sane. If I remember correctly.
What? No. What are you talking about?
Oh,
No. I buffed the influence myself. It was quite a surprise, actually.
okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
You should have
At
seen
some
it. There was
point,
this.
at some point, I lost what we were talking about. I have no idea what.
And with that, the night ends, and you may find and charter a ship to Mokopuni.
Sever, there's not much here. Perhaps you, Thatch, and Paradigm should wait for us in the Forge of Alvin. Start looking for passage to Nevlators. It might take us a while, even if all of us was there. If it's as dangerous as they say, you could wait for either a more heavily armed escort. I mean, we could be part of the armed escort too, if that would help a merchant going. But otherwise, just keep an eye out.
It's not a bad idea. But I'll be back when you on your way back to Torritor. Don't worry, we'll be here to watch it. Make sure you're safe every step of the way.
But we've already paid for passage to Forge of Alvin.
So we're gonna pay extra? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, the boat's going to leave this morning. It was just recharging.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Do airships pass here pretty often between Torritor and Forge of Alvin? Okay.
They have to. Torritor is now kind of the gate to the north. But
No,
it's
just for when we get back, it won't be like a week before we can get another ride.
No.
Okay.
It'll be easy.
I mean, if you like, you can come back and wait for us here. But would you rather wait for us here, or? I think Paradigm was looking forward to the Forge of Alvin, or not looking for. Oh no, you had some.
We'll
had some adventures there.
I'll head over there, but with any luck, we'll come back to visit you as well. Make sure you're safe. I mean, it would be horrible if we had to run after you. I don't know, like if you were trying to run away for whatever reason.
Don't worry. I won't let anything happen to Anshua.
That's great. Come back safely.
Horseboy can retroactively go with you if he so chooses. The last time he went, he had his burn spell slots to spider climb. So I don't know if he's willing to do that for this again.
It's ridiculous.
But also, you know, when you snooze, you lose. When you get put on watch by the U.S. government, you miss your D&D game, that's the price you pay. So, Coraline Anchois and a paradoxical horse may or may not go with you.
Schrodinger's horse.
Mokapuni.
I say before we leave, I say, "Oh, you two, I have a gift for both of you," and I do water breathing before we leave. And I do this every morning, by the way, until we get to Mokapuni.
Yep, if you do not put that spell card in the thing, that's fine. But, just on the way to Mokapuni?
Yeah, until we get there. For every morning,
Perfect.
I make sure that we do a water breathing.
What's the spell you casting on us?
So we don't. Oh,
So you guys are
pardon
going
me,
to have to charter a ship. That is people going out of their way massively. This is not a convenient, like, oh yeah, we'll totally pick you up anyway because we're going the same way. This is like, there's nothing there. I need a private ship to take me there. But
as long as
that's
they
gonna
take us
be-
back too.
Yeah, assumedly.
Yeah, they don't leave us.
This will be an expense. A big boy expense.
Sever, I need that bag of gold too.
Yeah, sure. I'll hold something else for you if you want.
Okay, here is Thatcher's bedroll.
Checks.
Okay. Take his bedroll. Hand over the bag of 1,000 gold pieces.
Cool. Give me charisma checks just so that I can give you a flat discount. So we don't have to roleplay you bullshitting and then going to find different captains and stuff like that.
Charisma or persuasion?
Just
Yeah, persuasion's fine.
9.
Cool.
7.
It's gonna be expensive.
better than I.
And Coraline's rolls keep on coming.
They don't stop coming. Okay. By the book, it wants me to do 1 silver piece per mile. But I think that's silly. So that'd be 80 gold for an 800-mile journey.
So 160 for there and back.
No, we're gonna triple that.
Okay.
160 times 2 times 3? For 2 of you? No, it'll be a group rate. Fuck that. Just 480 gold. Knock it off the sheet, and we can call it done.
Will they take my 100 gold piece gems?
Yes, they will.
Okay, I'll give him 4 of that, and
They'd prefer it,
80
actually.
gold.
Could I have 200 gold. I can just give them that too.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'll save 2 gems.
Okay. So
That
Temer
off my
loses
sheet.
200 GP, and then the other 280 will come from Corley.
Yeah, 80 gold and 200 gold piece gems.
Cool. You pay them 2 days later, you make it to Mokopuni. You guys, I don't think have any +3 magical gear, right?
Did you say the sword was, or we're not? Who's holding that?
No one.
That's with Ozark.
Okay, we're good then.
Ozark stole it. The sea serpent,
wanted
you,
the standard.
you guys don't have enough magic on you to warrant a sea serpent check. And there are no pirates in this area. Oh! Hang on.
Yes, there are. There's
Yes,
at least
there
one.
No, there are Ugarestians nearby. John will roll a random encounter check. Maybe he will kill you all.
Oh, can I play Paradigm? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We'll play
That
Ugarest.
is a 30. You see random fucking sharks and megalodons and big-ass sea life, but no big deal. They ignore your boats for the most part. They don't like it when your ship makes a bunch of weird motor noise. It's like, that's not food, and they fuck off. Fun fact about the sea. Most of the time, it doesn't fuck with you. There are always creatures within the sea. Y'all fly across the sea. 2 days later, you will arrive in Toraturv. Later that day, when they take off, the rest of the party will make it to the Forge of Alvin. And John will change this music to something else. Anything
Does
else.
Coraline jump in the water to test out her new ability?
Yeah, you
She would have done it in Toraturv if
Oh God!
If you did it
Coraline's
before
never
we-
experienced the act of drowning before, has she?
no. So Antoine, did you cast that the first time on the boat or before we left?
Before we left. It would
And then
be
yeah, Coraline. Once you
mid-morning.
explained what it was, Coraline would have like gotten this joyous look on her face, kind of reached around her neck to see if her gills were back.
Nope.
A little disappointed, but then trusting Anchois would have dumped her stuff next to him and just run into the ocean and dived off the dock
Yeah. You
and taken
try.
a big breath.
It burns. You begin to feel the sensation of drowning. It is an awful feeling, Coraline.
But
Immediately, she would have gotten back to the surface and Anchois, what you talk about? Your spell doesn't work.
It does.
It just coughs up water.
Yeah.
If you stay under long enough, you'll notice that you're not dying.
What is this? Some sort of joke? I know you didn't like it when the old woman went splat, but seriously, this is not funny.
It's not a pleasure thing, or at least it's not not in any sane person would consider this pleasurable. It is merely the last stop to keep you from dying, from drowning, and it works. The one thing I am sure it works, and I could show it to Coraline if Coraline still does not believe me.
Seems pretty skeptical.
All right, let's both go underwater. It is get ready and be sure. Do not fear the water.
Guys, we're not going to make
Gonna
it
be
to
horrible.
Mokopuni at this rate. Can we-
It would be we can fast forward the this, but you know,
You make it to
It was something that
Mokopuni 2
Coraline-
days later. Whoa!
it would be something Coraline would do. Like it you know, knowing that it's water breathing, it's unavoidable for
Yes.
the guy.
She'll have a troubled look on her face, but yeah, she'll believe you after a while.
But she's not dead.
Okay.
So yeah, make it to Mokopuni, yay!
You go around what was once a vibrant archipelago. Now, the green of the jungles upon these, volcanic belt islands are becoming more and more dark and sludgy with time. The vibrancy of life has fled this land. It is kind of gross to look at. It's almost as if everything's a swamp. When you make it into this big bay, having to circle around this massive archipelago, or not archipelago, peninsula to make it into Mokopuni's port, you'll notice that most of the ships that were once crowding this dock, Antoine, are gone. They're pulled up to the shore, they're left to drift and sink into the ocean, or they're just gone. Getting closer, you see no one on the shores. Maybe you'll see a couple of older people on the shores, but no one, like, not the mass groups that would always celebrate and go fishing and just dive into the big bay just to go spear fishing or fuck around in the ocean. There's very little here.
I say, welcome to my island.
It's nice.
It was better. Better times
what-
we had. Sorry.
What do you want to accomplish here? Is
I
there
have a
somebody
few-
you want to see?
A few people. And I check on my hut. Is it broken into? Like, is the door still there?
No. Oh, your hut or your workshop? Your witch doctor base?
I would probably check both, because usually it's my hut that's broken into.
Yeah. No, not... Did you ever fix the door to your hut? I can't remember.
Alonzo did last time. I don't remember if he probably would have done it last time they were in the hut, but it could have been broken by after that.
I would have asked before we left. Alonzo, being the nice person, probably would have.
Okay.
You know.
Then, no, it is not broken into. The door is open, though. Someone has opened your door, but they did not break into your house.
I look around. Is there anything? Is everything still there?
Anything of wealth is gone. So,
Everything of wealth.
yeah.
I sigh. Well, whoever has my rare collection of seashells, bejeweled seashells, I hope they hope they enjoyed more than I have ever done.
You will find out
And
that
then
your hut is no different from any other. Most of the living quarters, the domiciles, these poorly constructed, just wooden houses that have no building or architecture, like standardization. All of them have been sorted through, either organized or disorganized. No one set anything on fire, but there's clearly been some kind of, like, wreckage that happened. Maybe just the wind, maybe the rains. The summer and spring typhoons did come through here. It wouldn't be surprising if no one's repairing things, that a bunch of these ramshackle houses fell down. A lot of people are gone. Like, 95% of the entire population of Mokopuni is no longer here. The elderly people who see your ship coming down the bay will meet you, kind of, on dock just to see who it is. And when they see you, Antoine, they're like, Antoine, you're back! Welcome back!
Exchange pleasantries, banalities, stuff like this. You know, how's it going and everything like that.
Oh, it's going great, if only the Fletcher man, not the Fletcher. Who's the jungle juice maker? He's still out there in the fields.
Oh yes, I know this guy.
I'm forgetting his name, it's my old senility.
I'll have to. Yeah, I have it here in a second, but we can continue. No worries.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
glad you guys are sticking it through. But are you sure it's worth it to stay here when there's so few people?
Oh, they said their goodbyes. We've said our farewells. We'll meet again.
So true. Anybody know where? I suppose. Is anybody important still left here? Like I know
Kirk
the-
Vasquez, the jungle juice maker, he's still
Heck, you got it. Thank you.
going around.
How does he still survive out there?
I don't know. I think he's doing some weird voodoo now. At
Really?
least some warlock bullshit. Definitely that.
You don't say, huh? Well, I never trusted this man. This cocaine water seller. But I'm glad he's still sticking out with the rest of you guys.
Yes. Princess Ine is gone. Biggles Jones died. Or was murdered, really.
Pardon?
What, you didn't hear?
I heard he died. I didn't know. How do you know
Well,
it's murder?
We think the princess did it. Or at least one of her bodyguards. Because the only way that Biggles was gonna give up his wealth was gonna be through... And then they, like... make that gesture and noise.
Wow.
He had it coming. Let's be real.
No,
I
I
had a
understand
bunch of
the
mercenaries
change
to
it.
fuck with us.
I understand the change in power. I understand what power does, you know? I just, yikes. Oh well.
Why'd you come home? What can we help you with? Every young man, woman, child has already fled. It's just us old people now.
I have questions. I have questions about the shrine. I have questions about it.
Oh, if only the old witch doctor was here. He could help you.
You talk about Finn.
No. Who's Finn?
I'm sorry.
Piddles?
What's his name? Not Piddles.
Not Piddles.
No.
I believe the old witch doctor was Finn, wasn't it?
No. Finn was some out-of-towner.
Okay.
I can't figure out where I put the witch doctor's name. I could find it in a second here. Mokapuni folder, go! Yeah, fuck it. I am not gonna worry about it. If only the old witch doctor, I think his name was... started with an A or something. I can't remember.
Okay. No worries, no worries. Yeah. If only he was here, he'd tell me. You could tell me more about this thing, huh?
If only...
I have a few things. First, we'll get what we came here to do done first. We'll do that first before doing it. But thank you for your update.
You're welcome.
Okay, no worries. I was gonna ask about Throck.
Oh,
Have
he
you seen
disappeared
Throckmorton?
with Jasper into a magical portal that appeared in the middle of our lake. They gestured towards the shrine. Kind of bored. Kind of falling asleep like Brood.
It's okay. No worries, Brood. No worries.
Well, this is your time. We're not in Forge Oven yet.
Don't you worry.
So they disappeared by the shrine.
Yes.
Dirk Daggers is not still around, is he? And I kind of look over my shoulder.
No. Someone came asking about him recently and he fucked off. Some other hunter.
Yeah. They were always looking for him, and now they know where he is. All right. I suppose that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you need any help? Do you need...
No, we're fine. At least for another year or so.
Tears well up in my eyes. Yeah. Another 1 year. Okay. Understood. If you ever need help, Tolst is, you know where to find Tolst. It's on the island. It's on Klovisa.
They nod at you, but do not give a verbal response. Many hugs are shared. Coraline, you get to watch Antoine hug a bunch of old people. Many of whom, God, if only you had a 30-foot tower or something to just drop them off of, you know?
No.
No, it's okay. I haven't drawn my dagger, so it doesn't need to taste blood.
True.
No.
You all... Well, you two can leave this island. The crew who you have hired is like, how long are you gonna be? Is this a day trip? Are you going to die here? What's going on?
Antoine, how long is it to this Randy place?
How long should we wait?
Could take a day to get there and back. So it'll take our day. And I suggest we leave in the morning. But it's doable. I did it as a level 1 nothing. Don't worry. But yeah.
So I guess give us 4 days, worst case. But we should be back in.
You have us for 2 weeks.
Oh,
Move
jeez.
it along. Let's go.
Okay. We better go.
I guess we
You
tipped them
all
well, huh?
Go. And into Mokapuni you shall fly. For the earth gives quite well. The jungle has no real predators or prey within it. I mean, you'll still see like the occasional big bird creature, not like a velociraptor, but like an axebeak. It's just running around, being a jungle thing, eating roots and trying to not starve, which most of them are failing to do. Many nutritional properties of this island are gone. This volcano is dead. The statue is beginning to become a similar shade of volcanic black.
Could I do any detect magic and do searches while I'm going? I just would like to learn so much more about these items that have always been in my life, but I have never really gave much thought into it until I started
These
learning more
items?
about,
What do you
the particularly the shrine to the volcano that was there. There's another one in town, but I don't know if you remember, but there was a large.
They do not radiate detect magic. I'm just
Okay.
gonna give you that one.
Right.
You head to the actual place where magic is, a temple that has seemingly fallen from the sky and has cracked the volcano's caldera, the middle part, where all the magma is supposed to spew out, in half. Or
How
a massive
similar-
wedge.
How similar is this thing to the space fish?
Nothing at all.
Okay.
The space fish was like a 30-foot cylinder with like a 10-foot hollowed bit. This is
And
a
like the runes
massive-
on it don't look
Yeah.
anything at all like it. It doesn't look like the same
No.
kind of material or
Nothing
okay,
like
gotcha.
the sort. It's like a 600-foot tall fucking stone structure that has crashed into a volcano side and cleared it. Which you guys can enter. Antoine's been here twice, 3 times, something like that. You know the
Yeah.
secret entrance. You have rope, right?
I do. 30 meters or 30 feet.
30 feet is a lot different than 30 meters.
Yeah.
You clamber up, or Coraline can probably just free climb it if she gives us an acrobatics check real quick.
Don't.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go. You finally rolled above a 10.
Because it didn't matter.
True. You clamber up. Antoine follows suit. You guys can rappel down into a stone chute that goes into the center. At some point, you'll camp either here during the late nights or, in the woods somewhere. But this island's dead. There are no random encounters.
So what should we expect in here, Antoine? Is it just a button you push, insert gold, out comes Randy?
Randy is this. At least Randy is also a bit more. And then we walk past into the. Do I see any more of the Piddles Wetsbox books that I could just
No,
take with me?
they're all gone. You got the last one.
Okay.
Just become a better wizard and you'll translate the ones you have.
Okay.
You will enter this room properly. This big control room. It is at a pitch, so you guys are kind of climbing up the floor a little bit to get to this big stone high chair that is jutting out in front of a stone console that, when infused with a first level spell slot, will come to life.
I'll do with a third level.
Whoop, 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 whoop. It sparks, it flashes, it bathes you in a pale blue light, and after a pause, a voice will be heard. One that is familiar to Anchois, one that is very strange to Coraline, I suppose. Has Coraline ever heard an arcane construct before?
Never.
Okay, cool. You will just hear a voice echo out from the room itself. User Anchois. Greetings.
Oh, Randy. My island is.
Dead.
That seems very unfortunate.
Oh my fucking god.
Sorry.
Where we hear from like Randy's perspective.
Yeah.
Uh,
Have you come with a million billion gold so I can levitate this fortress out?
Unfortunately, no. I don't believe this world has such wealth.
Have you found an Eternium crystal?
We have, but unfortunately, we don't have it with us. We know who has it, though. So much
What
unfortunate
do you
things.
want?
Mr. Randy?
What do you want?
Anchois, is this Randy?
This is Randy. When we last talked with you, we asked if you could create an instance of yourself and come along.
Yes.
Uh,
You have failed and destroyed it.
I should say after that. But yes, that that did happen.
Yes, it did.
And you said you would need 1,000 gold. So we brought that.
Okay. It just says casually. Okay, sure. You will hear the start of a stone tablet beginning to move. And then it will, like, creak closed. And it will say, I require magic to open the chute.
Magic that you will have. I give them a first level spell slot. That's good.
Yeah. It'll take your first level spell slot. As John goes to his little notes. There's that. Okay. Alright. You give him an extra spell slot. No big deal. I just had to mark something down real quick there. Don't worry about it.
No, of course not.
This chute will begin to glow with a very dull, pale blue light. And says, the voice within the room will emit. Please deposit 1,000 gold pieces.
Coraline takes out the bag. Anchois, you sure this is how it works?
I believe so.
All right. So she goes to the chute. You said?
Yes. There is like a small compartment within this console that opens up. It like briefly stopped opening, and then when the magic came, it fully released.
She looks inside the bag, and Anshua hears her whisper, "Goodbye, my lovelies." And then she'll dump the gold into the chute.
Please subtract
And I will
1,000
take
gold.
off 1,000.
Boop. You will hear a rumbling noise deep within the structure. The chute door will slowly close back up during this time. And then, after about a minute of this rumbling, the chute will open once more. And out will float a tiny crystal towards Antoine.
Hello, killer of my world.
I greet you. The arcane construct returns. The other voice, therefore there are now two, will state, I have transferred more intelligence to this one. Do not lose it again.
No, of course not. And Corley will try to pluck it.
No. You will move towards it and, like, kind of, you know how two opposing magnets will just, like, push the other one? It's the exact same principle.
Antra, I don't
Let's go.
think it want to come with us.
It doesn't. It's Coiling. Bad Coiling. It's okay, Coiling.
Attune it to your magic, you insolent cur. It says to you, specifically
And then
Coraline.
Oh yeah.
To
We want to
be-
give it. We want to give it to Revik actually, or Sever. Sever actually.
I was hoping to give it to Elka.
Oh yes, yes, you're right.
Mr. Randy, can you just come with us until we give you to the one for whom you are for?
The little orb beeps. And then a tinier version of the same voice will say, I need a tether. Give me magic.
All right. First level spell.
Perfect. That's all it needed. What spell?
Disguise self.
Perfect. You will give it a disguise self. And it will begin to follow you, the person who deposited their magic within it. You
and
are not
Elka just...
attuned to this item yet. It's just following you.
Okay. I will try to pluck it and stick it in my bag, my belt pouch.
It will not. It is an Ioun stone. It will float around.
Oh, this could be annoying.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
Mr. Randy, can you tell your little friend to go in the pouch,
We are the same, and no.
please?
I can stop it orbiting.
Will that damage it in some way?
No.
Can it hide under my hat?
No.
Can it orbit very closely under the hat?
Can orbit.
Can you have it
over
on a
your head.
train? Can you have it on a plane? Can you have it while eating?
All right. Let's just leave it. We better go back to our ship. Thank you, Big Randy. Thank you for the little Randy.
Before you go, Anchois. What
Yes,
news
yes.
has come of Piddle's wet spot? Have you located him?
Yes.
You
Generally.
have. Where is he? Do you remember our initial bargain?
Bargain.
I give this to you not for free.
Yes, 1,000.
It is not a service bought. I require Piddle's wet spot if I am to ever leave this place before it sinks. That, or I need him to be dead.
I was just going to
Oh,
ask.
yes,
The
I
second
do
is
remember
much
that.
easier.
I do remember that second part. You wanted to kill him, but killing him will allow you to leave. And I interestingly kind of perked my eyes.
It does not get into any great detail. The screen begins to flicker and fade. The gemstone conduit.
Gave you, gave you 3rd level.
Yeah. It took magic to build your thing. More than just gold.
I give a 1st level spell slot thing. Stay awake.
Perfect. Don't worry about what I'm writing down. You all watch as the flicker fades, turns back into the static pale blue screen that indicates life here in this arcane construct. I need Piddle's wet spot to have a new master. Remove
You need a
him
new-
from existence. Do not come back with failure next time, Anchois.
You're coming with us.
Yes. But if the case where little me gets destroyed by a 8th level spell, I will be rather peeved with you.
Yeah, well, will it be as peeved as I am for you killing my island?
Yes.
Well, how about this? You find a way to unkill my island, and I'll find a way to
I have
kill
given
Piddle's
you
wet spot.
that solution already.
Yeah, is it? If I remember correctly, it was give you billions of gold in a crystal or something like this.
Correct.
Funny, billions of gold to pay you to unkill my island, which you killed for free. Also, I thank you for that, by the way.
It was not for free.
Yeah, you killed it. Someone paid you to kill my island?
There is no response.
Yeah, well, can you tell me exactly the situation, the events that happened that caused my island to die? Who was with you? Why did you do it outside of Piddle's wet spots told you to do?
You have not unlocked the repeating information process.
I just like you, Randy.
You can circumnavigate the repeating information process fee via 5 spell levels.
5 spell levels, huh? Would that be additive? Or would that be,
Yes.
I'll give you 5 spell levels. Additive, like, 5 ones? That would be good.
Yes.
I start whipping out spells. How about 2 2s and a 1?
Perfect. It will repeat you the same information that it indeed killed your island amongst others at the behest of a party and the Lich Wizard Hephaestus.
Hephaestus.
Yes.
And the party people were Throck, Till, and Hephaestus? And Wetspot?
No, not Hephaestus. He is dead.
How is he involved?
Thark, Piddle's Wet Spot, Warlock Sill, Finn the Wizard, and there is an error code that comes up that just says Fred, Red, just back and forth in a as though it cannot decide on the name.
These people killed my island.
Correct.
But why?
It stares.
Knowing Sill, it's because he was out of booze.
Meanwhile, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're about to go back to you once we're done.
No, I'm
Son
joking.
of a!
I'm joking.
Meanwhile,
Why'd they kill him?
Antral, it does not know the motivations. It has told you multiple times that this is just what has happened. It does not speak with supposition or posit hypothesis. It just speaks with fact. It is a rather brutal intelligence, I suppose. Maybe not brutal, but blunt. And if
Okay,
it does not know the answer, it will not say anything.
Allow me to be blunt. I will reinvigorate life back into this island. I will do it with or without you, Randy. And I don't want you to kill.
Remaining.
Pardon?
99 years remain.
Yes. I want the island to live more than it's rock. But
Soon
when
the
I do
trees
it,
shall fall and wither away into mulch.
I don't want you to go around killing the island after I do this, okay? This island will live if only because out of my sheer will. And I will bring life to it. First, I'll start with, and I look around this volcano. All I need is a primal to come back here. I know that much.
You yell at what is essentially a computer screen.
Yeah, it's just, it's all coming out like,
that a inanimate object has done this thing to you and your people, but completely powerless to stop what has occurred.
I will bring a primal here. My God will come back. And he will save us. And you can't...
Coraline, what are you
can't
thinking
stop
about
us.
as you watch Antoine raise his fist to what is essentially just a stone surface?
Actually,
Raging.
Coraline is still thinking about the whole kill Piddles, become new master of thing that obviously came from the sky, and she's kind of working on that right now.
As she would,
Well, with greed in your hearts and, well, it's going to try to bait you to give it more magic if you want more information. But I don't want to roleplay that.
All right.
So we're going to call it
Let's
there.
let's say give or something like that, but it's okay. I don't want to... We don't roleplay.
True.
I do want to say that when you first walked into the room with the robot and you said, "Hello there, destroyer of my world," and I was just like, "Huh." But now it's funny because you're just like, "Damn you, computer!"
Okay. So you would have got here on... Fuck, when'd you separate? I'm trying to see when you get to before development.
Right? It takes 2 days to get to Mokopuni by boat.
Yes. I thought I wrote down when you guys got to Toraturv. Am I blind?
Toraturv was a day later, or that same day.
Yeah.
Or we would have left on the boat the day later.
Okay. So you guys have to spend 2 days walking through a shitty fucking jungle. Take the... Okay, so you're gone for like a week.
Okay.
In the jungle?
Well, it's
mighty
2 days
jungle.
to get there to Mokapuni. Then it's a day's walk
Yes.
to get to the
Yeah.
temple. So that's
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
days. 3 days.
The whole thing.
Yeah, to get back to
Yeah.
Tora Turf.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
on the 7th, you guys will arrive on Tora Turf. Which
Ashra, you
means
said-
you have 6 days to kill Sever. What would you like to do in Before Javalvin? With a thatch and
I would
maybe a
like to look
horse.
for. I'd like to look for Hodel. Maybe Thatch can look with me.
He
Can
finds you.
help me? Hodel.
As soon as the thought of like, man, I really want to go see Hodel, like he appears.
Oh. Whoa. Wow, that was crazy how fast you got here. Was it
From
me?
The nearest shadow, he just pops into existence and is like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Oh, hey. Did I call you here or?
Oh, I detected you. Yeah.
Oh.
That's a dog.
It's a puppy.
It's a baby dog.
Alright, oh,
What do you want?
no, nothing. I was, I heard, you know how you said that I should pick up a hobby, and, you said you were a tailor, right?
Yes. I am
is
the
that-
most passionate about fashion.
Oh, awesome. Do you have any work that you're, like, willing to sell, or do you just need inspiration to hit?
Always. I'm always selling my works. Fashion does not stop evolving, making it
Oh.
an endless cycle of rebirth and death. Much like a phoenix, being born anew from the ashes of its own corpse. So too
phoenix-
are like my petticoats, and from the shadows he just pulls out a selection of fine clothing.
Oh.
We are in
Whoa.
our summer collection at the moment.
Wow, these are all really nice.
Indeed.
Okay.
I'm more of a fall man myself.
Should I wait for fall? Should I buy something from the fall collection from last year? Wait, hold on. Wait. And
No,
Thatch
it's
is probably-
far too hot. You would look insane.
Oh, I see. Okay. Would any of these be high enough quality to enchant with magic? Out of
All
curiosity.
of them. Every single one of them.
Wow. Awesome. How much for one? Just you don't even have to like discount. I just want to know.
Can you put a price on perfection? He asks, and then grabs your face and drags you through the shadows into his shop.
Okay. Don't worry, Thatch is adorable.
You head into a very fine clothier. It is roughly a 60-foot cube in all dimensions with several racks that just shoot up like fire poles stripper poles, really. Except these ones have hooks that you can put stuff on. Clearly, this place is not meant for a regular consumer, and he has brought you into his special selection area as we go to this music. Soft store music for the summer collection plays, reminding you of margaritas in the sun.
Oh. Huh.
Yes, you find lots of shorts, lots of slacks, pants that will go great with a summer wind, but in most circumstances wouldn't be enough protection for cold weather. Many short sleeve shirts, many ties. You see the tyrant's entire outfit and like wardrobe too. This is where he gets most of his clothing, if not all of his clothing, apparently. So,
cool, very
business suits that are airy. He lets you peruse.
Wow. This is all amazing stuff.
Yes.
And what did you say the price would be? Severina picks up one that is like a very nice shade of green. It's like I like this one. It reminds me of home. It's a suit.
A pantsuit? Yeah, you could totally get a suit. Pennies on the dollar, also known as gold coins. He tells you. John has
Right.
to look it up.
No problem.
So for like outfits and fine clothes, it's kind of pay as much as you want.
Yeah.
John doesn't have any specific price, but it does follow the good old booklet of quality that you find in your PHP.
One moment.
Yeah, so all of these are mastercrafted / noble clothing, made out of fine silk and all sorts of fancy materials that are hard to get. So at most, like an outfit would probably run you like 10 gold pieces.
Oh, that's super easy. Okay, cool.
It's super cheap. But beware if you are trying to enchant them. That is your purpose, correct? That's why you ask.
Yeah, it'd be perfect for my friends who don't have magical armor.
I will need different materials then. My experience in crafting, I can make anything look however you wish it, but it will have to be custom made.
Oh, of course. Oh, okay. Okay, well then I'm gonna deduct 10 gold from my sheet for the green pantsuit.
Yeah, just to look fresh as fuck. Holy shit. He gives you a selection of ties to choose from. I recommend red. It may vibe like winter or late winter, but it's a complementary color.
Right. Plus,
It matches your eyes as well.
Ah, good point. Wow, you know your stuff. I'm not saying that like I doubt it. I'm saying that like, man, it would never have occurred to me. Okay. I just deducted 40 from my
What are
from
you
my
trying to make?
Right now, I wasn't so sure. Do you happen to know any other master craftsmen around here? Like even a robe of magical armor that what I'm trying to say is that even if it were just cloth infused with magic would be stronger than uninfused magic.
Not necessarily. Have you heard of the miracle material known as Kevlar that Big Stinky makes? That is one of the toughest, sturdiest cloth that I've been dyeing, he says, just with like a flicker of primordial rage. I want so much of it. They give me none.
I see. Okay.
They hide their secrets. I don't know how to make it.
Okay. I'll be on the lookout, and I'll get you if it ever comes into my hand. Sure to get it to you.
Thank you.
Just as like because you're my uncle. Happy Christmas, or whatever we celebrate. Also, good pun because dying for vampires. You're a tailor.
You don't need to placate me.
I'm not trying to placate you. I'm trying to build a rapport between us because I've never had an uncle before.
I am not your master, Sever.
You're. Hold on.
We are two individuals. Although I am older than you, you do not need to prostrate yourself before me.
I'm not.
It is unsightly, you doing this. He looks away and tilts his head upwards at you.
Oh, man, I thought I was bad with people. Alright, This will do wonderfully. And...
Good! I'm glad to hear it. He takes your money.
Perhaps in the future, you could tailor make something for us in Tolst. Should I only detect your thoughts, or must I come back to Forge of Alvin?
He gives you a brochure / catalog that you may
Oh, that's
request
wonderful.
stuff
Thank
from.
you.
You're very
helpful.
welcome. Yes.
And I am not prostrating myself before you. It is as it should be.
Good.
I guess.
Yes.
Cool.
Have you become the king of Destry? I heard a small rumor within the rumor mill. The secret smith came by and he revealed it to me. I care not for the bad bagels, but the lineage, well, it would do well if one of them were to return, not some new one.
Ooh. Is that possible with the bad bagels destroyed by Fresnov?
I severely doubt it.
Hodel, do you fear Fresnov as the other vampires in Destry did?
He just fucking goes full mad hatter. And then he silences himself, grabs you, and says, I fear nothing.
Oh. Well, I heard Fresnov said that you're scared of her. And her god.
Oh. I am wary of her god. Yes. But I would not say I'm afraid. Oh.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, thank you. Do you know anyone else who, well, that crafts metal as you craft linens and silks?
Do you know... I don't know whether he still has become a smith, but there was one of my ilk. He moved northward so very long ago. Oh, what was his name? He was one of mine, I believe. He was a fencer? He made rapiers, or estoques, as he called them.
North.
I believe his name was Smitty.
Yeah.
And with that, we are gonna go and just end this. No, it's just off the pun.
I think I've met him before.
Oh.
It was a pleasure, Hodel. I may come back with more gold to buy more things when my friends return.
Understood. If you are still looking out for master crafters, I shall put feelers out.
Oh, for sure. I'm always a fan of the arts.
Yes, well, the Smitty one was free. Information brokering does require a price. He pats you on your face. Just like full on, like nose down to chin level pat. And pushes you into a corner of the wall where you are jutted out. Begin to slightly... No, it'd be nighttime when you'd come out and he'd bother you. He won't push you into the sun. He just pushes you into Thatch, and Thatch is like, whoa. Just knocked off course. His knees crunch and just like shotgun blast.
Alright, and as I'm being pushed, I'm like, what special materials do you need?
You will find a catalog.
Right, I have the
Catalog.
brochure. Okay. Cool. Alright. And I'm like, oh, hey, Thatch. Don't worry. That's normal vampire stuff. Just really jarring and sudden. I mean, aha! I have returned! And... I'm getting used to it.
This fucking awkward ass vampire just hanging out with an old man.
There's a really good seafood place around
And
here.
possibly a horse.
Awesome. Paradoxical horse.
No, until it's dead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So, other than eating and hanging out, what kind of things do you want to do before the party reconvenes on the 8th?
Okay. I would also like to this is like a kind of crazy thing we don't want to do, but I want to see if there's if I can clock just by walking around any agents of the person who is in charge of the Forge of Alvin, like the Queen.
The Overduke? Or not the Overduke, the Overlord.
Yeah, the one that has Just Mezza's daughter, or Just Mezza's sister.
It's about to say.
I want to like kind of figure out, maybe I can find a way to follow them or where they hang out, basically. I don't want to do anything aggressive. I just want to get clues. Like,
You will never run into them in the middle of the street.
what if I do the Batman thing where I'm on a really high building at nighttime and I'm in the city?
If you wanted to do that, you would need to first know them by their. You have a
Gotcha.
special sight. Whatever that
Right.
special sight is allows you to see a creature's internal organs and heat signature, so
Okay.
that you can juice up all their blood. But if you've never seen them in that state before, then everybody just looks like a big fucking orange/red ball in the distance.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Um, if you
I
have
test
any
that out.
ideas on how to do that, I'm more than willing to play with them.
So there's like a you can hear heist goes off at a bank, but we're just bystanders, right? But then as the people are going off on their carriage/car, we're following behind, and immediately they become overtaken by the briefcase wielders. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Good one, I guess. They don't stop robbers, but you know, when I think of the CIA, I of course think of like superheroes. That's what I think of.
Sorry.
That might get me banned. Oh god. Well, if
We
Thatch
like-
or Paradigm want to do something in these 6 days of reconvening/adventuring, we will see what they want to do next. But we have 5 minutes left of our session. So, the party will reconvene on the 8th. Next time
I would say also it can be hand-waved, but I would have visited my grandma and just said a prayer, stuff like that. Just the
Yeah.
basic things when you're in town. You see the folks, you do this.
Yeah.
John, we have 5 minutes. Go roleplay as grandma.
His grandma is a corpse.
Oh.
Sever. She is sitting cross-legged on a mountain, unbowed, in front of all the elements. Less of a skeleton, more of a mummy that is just becoming real. Which is really weird because you'd think like the insects by now would get to her, or like an animal scavenger. Uh-oh. Someone's getting a phone call on Skype. Who has Skype installed? Can we make fun of them for 3 minutes?
The first little Skype is doo-doo-doo, doo-doo.
Okay, cool. Your grandmother has not been eaten by any scavengers or picked apart or has become a nest for bugs. For even those are dead.
I'd say my prayers. I visit her, tell her how things going with my life, and just the basic stuff to make me feel that I'm with her. I'm still she's still giving me advice on my grand mission that she started me on, and how I will not fail her and my people and my island.
You make
No matter
your
what.
oath. Coraline boards a boat that you will soon join her on, and together you will make your way back with a new friend to Toraturv and eventually the Forge of Alvin. And we will see what happens when the group reconvenes next week here on City States of Klovisa, ::::, the God War. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me. We're not doing anything Sunday. Monday we have the raid team. It's not next week, I don't think. I'm going on Greg Hansen's again on the 10th of November.
With Shadow. With
Yeah.
Shadow, too.
With Shadow and
And-
hopefully Coffee Traveler, if he's here. Yeah. We will hopefully see him again on Monday. And next week, we will do stuff. We're going to Nevators, it seems. Okay.
We might rescue Wet Spot. Might. Or kill him, actually.
Poor
That's
Wayne.
also on there.
That blade has sailed. We will see you guys. Peace out. Don't die.